Okay, so let's get on it. Let's do our intro with our prayer, and then we'll get in on this evening's class, and we're just going to talk about sales. So, Father, we just thank you right now for this day, for you are truly an awesome God. Thank you so much for all that you continue to do for us in our country. Father, in the name of Jesus, we pray and ask every blessing upon every business that is here this evening. Father, I thank you for lifting up the heavy burdens. I thank you for giving direction. I thank you for giving guidance. I thank you, Lord Jesus, that you're giving us good clients and good strategies and the direction that you have for us to go into the next till the end of the year and even into 2021. So we just want to honor you. We welcome your presence in everything that we do. And I'm asking you right now that you may just think with my mind, speak with my mouth, have your way today. And I pray that the information that is presented will enlighten, will educate, will inspire, will motivate in the name of Jesus. And in Jesus' name we pray, amen and amen. Now, let me tell you something. Don't ask somebody who's pray long to pray short. Listen. That's like, I don't know what. Don't ask somebody to do that. But nevertheless, get your pens and papers ready. Let's get going on this presentation tonight. And I'm excited about it, and get ready because Friday night is Rashad. And so like he will be talking a lot in reference to content, photography, imagery, and all those different things. So this is going to be exciting. And then after Rashad is Dawn, and Dawn is doing videography. That is going to be good too. And then Ramona come in and just seal the deal, and then we will be complete. It's been truly an honor to assist everybody along in their journey, and I want to get your feedback. How has the class been? What would you like? How I could have made the experience a little bit better? Things like that. I really want to get your feedback, please. Just throw it in there as the night go and stuff like that. Because I want to make sure that is everything that you kind of need in this season, or it's giving you some good concrete direction on what you need to hit, and so that is our goal, because I know that we have a mixture of persons inside the class, those who who might be just starting out, those who are in the middle, some are more advanced, so I'm just hoping that it's hitting everyone where you kind of need it right now to move forward for the rest of 2020. But nevertheless, let's go on this evening. And I wanted to hit this topic because I don't see a lot of persons in the business community in terms of content creation and stuff like that talking about sales. They don't talk about sales in business. It's just always about the marketing part of it, business planning, things like that, but not really much about the sales. You have to be a person that want to delve in when it comes to sales. But if we don't have any sales, we don't have any business, and I come to realize too, in selling, in the next step, when we have already brought the persons in through the funnels, they say, through the advertising, through the different avenues, is that where we stop and get frightened at the best of us is in the closing and in the sales and in the closing of the deal. And so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that tonight. And so for a few minutes, just indulge me. Let's see if we could get through this quick as much, because I said, Lord Jesus, we in class almost till 9 o'clock. I didn't tell the people I'm only 1 hour. 1 hour is turned into 2. And I know everybody is be kind of tired and stuff. And so I'm going to push tonight as best as I can on time. That is my goal. And also get your sales questions together. And I want it to be interactive too, as always, and engaging, because I want to get I want you all to help one another. I want us to help one another, because it might be something that I might be missing, that you might know, that you can help push another person along with, and in more terms, and helping to generate ideas. Okay? Yes, Miss Maxine, 1 hour is good. So let's talk about sales. So sales is a company revenues earned from the sales of products or services. You know, it's just the exchange. You get my goods, I get the money. And so that's what it is. And then sales and marketing. I want to talk about this. This goes hand in hand. Okay, so sales is marketing presents the solution to their problem. The solution. So hey guys, I sell ice. I sell ice, and you want ice for your hot drinks. And so marketing presents the solution that, hey, I sell ice. And then sales is your customers giving you the money to solve their problems. But these two go hand in hand, because from the market, from marketing and advertising, you're getting sales. Okay. I want us to look at the different type of buyers. This is so important. I've always talked about it too. I talked a lot about it like in my wholesaling classes and stuff like that with the crafters and stuff, but I want to delve a little bit into the different type of buyers. And in the different types of buyers, the first one I want to talk about is the spendthrifts. So those who are spendthrifts. And their characteristics are they spend without hesitation. They feel little to no pain when spending. They spend on emotions. They usually buy on impulse. And those are the smallest percentage of our population. I was like, you're right. That's so true. When I found out that piece, that is the most smallest percent of our population in terms of buying. In some categories, I want to say, in some categories. Most of all, the persons at the lower end of the spectrum, because you have low class, middle class, upper class. And let's take them in my wholesale class. I always take it like this: Walmart, you have Macy's, and you have Saks Fifth Avenue. So let's put them in those three categories. So in this category here with the spendthrifters, I want you to learn how to engage them. These type of individuals are our dream clients, and those are our dream customers. We love them. I love them, spendthrifters. Sure enough, I love them to death. Those are the ones who come up and say, they'll take a look at what you have, and they'll be like, okay, can I have this? I'd like to have this in a small. Do you have this in brown? Do you have this in purple? Is there any other sizes? And then they get everything. They swipe with their card and they go. I love them people. They make, for them, make advertising that triggers their emotions and feelings. That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do. And use a lot of visuals with those individuals. Use a lot of visuals with them. My baby sister, she is one of them. She's one of them. When she go to buy, she just don't care. She just swipe and go. And like I always use her as a testing for me, for my business. When I'm making stuff, I always say, what you think? Oh, this ain't long enough. This, that, this. Now, if that was me, I wouldn't so and so. I would blah, blah, blah. I use her to help me in terms of when I'm making my collections and giving me feedback, because she's a spender. She'll tell me what she don't like from what she likes. And anytime you are when you're creating things, when you're buying things, however, stuff like that, get persons to test drive it. Get them to test drive it. I remember there was one time when I was training one of my sales assistants to help me in downtown. And she says to me, Miss Chelsea, why are you telling me about the other, I'll go through the different two characteristics. And she said, why you keep telling me about the other spenders, the people who don't spend? I said, because you get more of them than you get the ones them who are easy to sell to, or they know what they want. You get more of them than you get these persons right here, those that spend. And she always would say, but that ain't no true. I say, yeah, because they know what they want. I've been in it long enough to tell you, they know what they want. They'll come pick up and go. But the other rest, let's go and learn some more of their characteristics. So you get those persons who are average spenders. And their characteristics are they, you know, they spend on what they believe is appropriate. They weigh their options. They think in terms of budget. They seldom overspend. There's a mixture of spendthrift and frugal. They take their time when purchasing. They respond both to data and emotional messaging. You know, because a lot of persons, I can show you in the next slide, that they love, listen, if you don't give them facts, if you ain't telling them data, if you don't giving them data, show them in a graph or anything like that, they're not buying. They don't be moved on emotion. They hardcore set on what it is that they know what they want. And if you don't give it to them the way that they want to receive it, they move on and keep going. And so they see their purchase as an investment and prefer quality over quantity. I am an average spender. I am an average spender. You may be an average spender. And guess what? All of us have all three of these characteristics that we're going to finish talk about, all three of them. It depends on your age, your stage in life, your ability in terms of financial capability. All of those things speaks to the type of spender that you are. And so how to engage these type of people, how to engage me. Christina said, I just became an average spender. Great info, Chelsea. You're welcome. You have to show them value, because I want you to learn about the people that are buying from you. You heard everybody will always talk about know your audience, know your audience, know your audience. This is so important because let me finish this before I go on to my next point. So include things that appeal to them. Strike a balance between appealing to emotion and providing proof. Let me see some proof. I'm buying it. Let me see who else buying it. That's why you get things like bestsellers, right? So include a warranty, a money back guarantee, or a free delivery, free shipping to appeal to their spendthrift characteristics. That's the first one, because that too will pull them in and encourage them to buy with no fear. So you're going to kind of take the hesitation out of helping them to buy. So that is those individuals there. And so we have the frugalists, and their characteristic, they hold on to money as long as they can. They prefer to save than spend. They respond less favorably to marketing, advertisement, and commercials. You know, they're always trying to get money out of me. They every time they want money, they want money. Think about it. That's the frugalist. And again, it's nothing wrong. We all have these characteristics once in a while. We might be a bevy of three. We might just be one. We might be two. We might be three. We just never know. But these are the type of people that you're going to meet when you are selling or sharing. So they have a preconceived notion of what the price should be. You ever had them? When they come in there, they come with their $40 because to them the price should be $40. And when you tell them, oh, I'm so sorry, or when you tell them you say sorry, you just say, okay, this is $45. But this should be 40. I thought this was 40. No, sir. They are planners and they are budgeters, and they don't indulge in luxurious spending. They're frugalists. They're always counting their coins, and you don't blame them, you know, but that's just how they are. And you're going to come against these type of people every day. And even if you're thinking right now, be like, for real, girl, for real. So to engage them, it takes a little bit more time for them to spend. And you have to show them value. What I getting for this $40? And for them, some of them have to be tangible, and they better be solving a problem and got to solve a problem right away. So you got to use data and numbers, bars and charts to convince them. And you have to be honest and straight to the point with pricing and product details. Don't go around the bush. Don't jimmy around the bush. How much is this car? Oh, this car is 2,400 and the mileage on this is that and this is that and boop, boop, boop. You can find the parts. You better be knowledgeable. You got to be knowledgeable about your product when you talking to them, because you will have them, is this hypoallergenic? Because see, I don't wear this. And then see, I need to make sure this can last a long time. And you know what, when it comes to questions like them, I said, well, if you need something that's going to last a little bit longer, I suggest that you take gold or silver or platinum. I said, those will be a good mixture for you. And I said, this is just, oh God, what happened? Having a blonde moment again. But I'll just tell them, this isn't that type of material that lasts long. So Rochelle say, most people want their best gourmet dinner meals at lunch. Lady Price, hey, I'm the chef. It's for true. They want, if you want gourmet is a little bit more, but this is what I offer. And so you let them know. You let them know up front, boom, this is what it is. This is stainless steel, or, you know, and so I let them know from the back, this is what you're dealing with. If that's the way that you need that problem to be solved, I suggest you go to a higher end jewelry store, as I sell more everyday casual wear. And then it gives them that option. If they really want it, they'll buy. If not, because of their purpose, then they'll go. And that's okay. And that's okay, because you are there for the people that you solve that particular problem for. That's why you have to know who your customer is and what it is that you have to offer. And so what does all of this mean? Knowing who the different types of buyers are. All of this helps you to understand your customer and prospective customers a little bit better. It makes it easier for you to tailor your content, your messaging, your products and services to meet the specific needs, the behaviors, and the concerns of the members of your target audience. Know sometime who is in the front of you, and is based on their behavior and is based on what they're saying. So we have to have a listening ear, not a listening ear to respond, a listening ear to understand and to calculate what it is that we need to do next, and concern them and show them. Okay. And I want you to look at this statistic. Did you know that 2% of the sales happen at the first meeting? 2%. Hi, Apostle, how you doing? 2%. This is why you must advertise consistently. Because sometimes people don't buy right away from you. And that is why you always have to be introducing or putting yourself out there into different markets, doing different things at different times to pull in new persons. Because those other 98%, they can take them a minute or two in some cases, okay? So, any question, let me know, okay? Yeah, man, yeah. It's so true, because, you know, we come out the gate, I want to make $1 million. I want to make $1 million. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to make that. Just making sure that you have the ability to handle it and know what it takes to make that. Even when statistics happening. So we're getting to know a little bit about our customers, and trust me, I had a lot of them along the way. No problem, Obi, that's fine. So we just getting into everything. And in another area of sales is for us to handle objection. How to handle objection. You know, Sean talked about it. He said, get used to hearing no. Jesus! Hey, the way that hit a little different when he said that. Because it's so true. Sometimes it seems like that's all you keep hearing. No. It's like sometimes you feel like you have to go through 100 no's just to get to one yes. And that is where commitment have to kick in. I'm going to be committed to it. And then when you get that one sale, it's like, oh my God, for real. Okay, I can now rest. But with us, some of us, it's not for the lack of trying, you know. It's not for the lack of trying, because we are out there, we're pushing, we're selling, you know what I'm saying? We're giving everything we get, you know. And it just seemed like every time you turn around, it's like everybody just keeps saying no. But it's no for different reasons. But let's continue on and let's see what else we gotta take a look at. And this right here, I had to flesh this out. I really had to flesh this out. I had to flesh this out for everybody. Handling objection. Every prospect you speak to has sales objection. Everyone, or they're hesitant to buy your product. Let's think about that. I want you to think about if this is true or not. Let me know if it's true or not to you as you're thinking about when it is that you're selling. Why are sales objections unavoidable? That people can always have it, because if the buyer didn't have reservation about your solutions, your price, your value, your relevance in their situation or their purchasing ability, they would have already bought it. They would have already bought it. To be successful, we must learn how to both discover and resolve these objections. Every day I deal with must 15 to 20 objections. Every day. Every day. And it's not because they don't want the product, you know. A lot of them wondering if it's a good fit for me. And they're thinking, you know, everybody's saying they can do this and they can do that. And you got to realize a lot of people out there is like, and I remember Doc talking about this a few weeks ago, like deception is on level 10. Persons have had such bad experiences when it comes to buying. It's like, oh my God. Like some of them don't even want to buy no more, but they know they need the product or they know they need the service really bad, but because of experience. And some of them have that frugal mentality. It don't take all of that. Don't tell them when they call you and ask you for a business plan or something like that, they don't know what the price is in the market. Listen, and you tell them, what, all of that? Okay. So tell me something. How important is this to you? Now, if you get this business plan, what will this do for your business? What will this do to help you accomplish your personal goals? And it's like you really kind of have to have. I want to say no. Let me move on. Let me move on first before I go ahead of myself. Right? Before I go ahead of myself. So objections are generally around price, right? That's the first one in this country, price. Product fix. Is this product for me? Competitors. Because guess what? We done gone and searched a competitor. We know bananas should be about, I should get but 6 bananas for about $2.99 or $2.29. And then when I go down to Solomon's and realize they got bananas for $3. Robert's got bananas for $1.29 per pound. And Budget have bananas at another price. Hold on. No, let me wait. I get in the Budget because Budget have the cheaper price. We don't know the competitors because we don't know what their prices are in most cases. And just good old fashioned brush off. Be like, gee, Chelsea, they be trying to brush you off. Yeah. That's all it is generally around. Price, product fit, competitors, and good old fashioned brush off. Yes, ma'am. Let's keep moving with this question. Let's keep talking about this. So handling, how do I handle all of this, Chelsea? How am I supposed to handle all of this? Objection handling means responding to the buyer in a way that changes their mind or alleviate their concerns. When they say, oh, that ain't, no, what we just do? We leave them, we say, okay, no problem. Not Americans, not people from Europe, not them bigger cultures. Oh no, they ain't letting you say no. They're not, listen here, they so built for objection. They think about objection from the beginning, and they start probing and asking questions. They don't ever give up. You have to really sit. You know them people who will call you. You know those people who keep poop, poop, poop in your face. To them, some persons, I remember one of our sales class presenter was saying, she was saying some persons, use two areas that you're going to come from. You're going to come from empathy, or you're going to come from basically knowing your product. And for a lot of salespeople, they don't very rarely both use two. Either you are dominant in one, but a good salesperson use two: competency and empathy. And you know those salespersons, when you tell them no, they arguing with you. They argue. That's the most typical response, especially in the Bahamas. Miss, this thing good, you know. This good. I telling you, I don't use this, my God, I don't use this good. You're like, okay, you feel so, you kind of feel a little hurt, like you feel a little ways when they start coming at you like that. Don't argue with the people. Don't argue with them. Instead of telling your prospect they're wrong or arguing with them, help them to come with a different conclusion of their own accord. And if you can't persuade them, that's a good sign they're a poor fit. That's it. We sometimes have to know when people are a poor fit for our products or our services. Remember, I always say every money ain't your money. Every money ain't your money. And sometimes off the bat, you know when it isn't. You know when it isn't, you know. And let me tell you something, is there some moments I know right away, and then there's some moments I may want to do it, and then the Holy Spirit will say, no, not this one. And when you see him tell me, I say, I'm so sorry, I'm kind of swamped right now to take you on. If I know that that's the prompting of the Holy Spirit for me. And then couple months, couple years, or sometime later, you'll hear, oh, Lord, I thank you for letting me kind of, you know, deter from that. But it's the reality of it for me. But sometimes people are poor fit, you know, after you done gone through a lot of the questions with them and through, you know, sometimes you have to really sit down and say, hey, all right, let me let this one go. So it's important to distinguish between sales objections and brush-offs. While objections are authentic, brush-offs are excuses. That's how you tell the difference. Oh no, I can't, because I got this and I got that. I got to brush children in here. I got to take them to school. I got to blah, 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 I got to blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's a brush off. And one thing I want to let you know too is that sometimes everybody ain't ready to buy. They're not ready to buy your product, because a lot of times it might be their own challenges that they're going through. Procrastination, really don't have the finances at that time, or, you know, they know that they can get it cheaper down the corner or whatever else. And then sometimes, no, let me wait, because there's some more stuff moving ahead too as well. So think of an objection as, I see the value in your product, but I'm not sure about buying it for X reason. While a brush off translates to, I don't want to talk to you. That's cool, but that's the reality of sales. And objections are far more serious than brush offs. Brush off is an excuse, and you could say, okay, no problem, it's not a good fit for me. But objection is what helps you to get down to the core of your prospective client or customer problem to see how they want to handle it. So let's say this, for example, Karen came up to my booth, and she's looking for a birthday gift for Sally, her best friend. Now, for a few reasons, after I'm talking to her, my thing is, let me find something that I can connect with her after I welcome her. Let me find something that I can connect to. This is how I do it. But then again, giving persons the space to just you know, take a look around, ask some questions if they want, giving them their space after I acknowledge them coming through. Oh, hello, welcome. Welcome to Autumn Crop. Let me know if I can help with anything. I'll be right here for you. Something like that. So I let them take a look around, give them a second or two. And if I see she's really staring at a piece of something, I'll ask her, so are you looking for a gift today? This is what I'll say. Because I know that a lot of persons, and knowing my customers, a lot of them use it for them, or they gifting it to somebody who does. So that's a secondary market. People who buy it as gifts. Persons who buy it for themselves are my primary market. Persons who buy it for other people are my secondary market. And she says, how do you know that? Just a, you know, a guess or something. So, and then most of all, where I work in the tourist market, I strike a conversation, because it's you almost two kind of feeling the customer. And why I said it's you two feeling the customer, because some people just look, they go. But if you see them intently, and this you can tell too online. You can do this in person and online, because online it will translate to how long they will stay on your, say for example, when you look at your analytics in the back of Google for your website, if you see them stay on a particular page a little longer, say for example, your sales page or your service page, actually, you know that individual or these persons are coming to your sales page. That means that they are interested, not sales, service page. That means that they are truly interested in your service. Now, if they come there and they be there for 3 seconds, they ain't interested. But if you see them come there and they're on there reading, they're on like for 5 minutes or something, just reading through, they're interested. And so your analytics will tell you things like that. And so when you go back, because of that, you will say something to the fact on your web page, like, hit the button now to book a call, and then you ought to book a free consultation. And then you know that it's working because they booked a free consultation with you, or they signed up for your e-blast, or they do something. Well, any which way, they take the call to action. You know that when that is somebody who wants to be sold to when they come to your site. Okay. And so keep them in that back pocket and just keep ways of sending email to them, connecting to them and stuff like that. Eventually they'll buy. I remembered my one of my coaches. She said she looked at how long it was that it took. No, basically it took two persons 2 years to buy one of her products, or basically take her coaching session. It will take people following her 2 years. She's found that average. Because when they came, you know, she's coached a lot of women throughout the years. And she said, you know, when they come and they get their coaching sessions, she said, how long have you been following me? Oh, about 2 years now. She said, and that's what everybody would say. I've been following you 2 years now. I first bought your planner, then I bought another class, and then I bought this class, and I decided to come and just dive on in because I'm ready to go along and go and get my coaching session with you. That's how long people have been after people or marketing to people before they buy. And I'm saying all of this because I know sometimes we just think it's always us that's the problem with our sales. And with this information tonight, I want you to distinguish something. It'll make you take a second look. Is it them? Is it me? Or is it a combination? And wherever that combination is, I want you to sift through and to see how you can build out your objections. When I mean build out your objections, think about what are always the main questions that you get when it comes to your food. Is it pepper? Is it too salty? You put salt, it's salty, it's salt in it. Okay, how are you gonna answer that? Okay, is this hypoallergenic? Okay, that's a question you keep getting. Okay, is this true to size? When I mean true to size, to clothes. Is it true to size? Because some people, you know, when you buy clothes, it might be a little bit, it's not true to size, it comes a size smaller. And so these things you want to let people know. These kind of things you want them to know. And so let me know if I talking. Let me know, y'all, come on, man. Y'all so quiet. Y'all so quiet tonight. But nevertheless, I thought about all those things. So those common sales objections, I want you to kind of pull them in, think about it, and pull them into perspective and come up with your questions, come up with your answers to those objections. I want you to think about this too. Common sales objections in the Bahamas. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Common sales objections in the Bahamas. That is this too expensive, miss. This too expensive. I ain't getting paid till money in. I can get this cheaper somewhere else. I get it somewhere else. Miss, not right now. I just got too much going on. And for some, just send me some information. Send me some information. I want y'all. Any other common sales objections you could think that we talk about here in the Bahamas? Any kind of other sales objections? And think about ways that you would handle it. Think about ways that you would handle it. Just show me some common sales objections, even things that you have said. Because for some things, I object on the prices too as well. I have objections in sales, me myself, to some things. But me knowing the type of buyer that I am, okay, let me come back. Let me see first. Let me do some research. And then some things off the bat, I just get. But you know who don't have no sales objections sometimes? Man. Oh, jeez, a man will take out their money. That thing be expensive. You send in the shop, get a Downy. They come back with Downy for $11. Dude, why you buy Downy for $11? Why? Why you buy this for $11 when so-and-so is $2.39? But their thing is just, well, I just want to get in and I just want to get out. Lady Aubrey say, oh, I tried this before. Yeah, Amazon have this for. Mona say, Amazon have this for. Yes. Olivia said, I love selling the mails. Yes. When you see Valentine's come, when you see Christmas come, I go to woman, but I go to man. I would take my flyers and I would go to the bars in the evening because I know that's where they are. And I would put my flyers on their car doors. I would put the flyers on the car doors. At that time, my fiance, he would say, why you doing this? I say, come care some to the bar for me. Come, we know your friends. Because that's where they be at the bars. They hang out at the barber shops because I want to get to men who want to buy something different for the women in their lives, their daughters, their mothers, their sisters, their aunts, and whatever else. I go to where they at. Rashad say, yeah, we ain't got time for that. We just want to grab and go. Apostle show the eyes. But it's true. It's true. And so think about this. How would you object? How would you use these same questions? And give me some answers on how you would answer these questions. If your attitude good and you explain what I buy and convince me that my wife will love me. Buddy, it bought. It's so true. It's so true. You know, a lot of people buy on emotions. Because they want those brownie points and they want those cookie points with the people that they love, or they want to make sure that what you say is actually solving their problems. When they say it's too expensive, now some people say, miss, well, if it's too expensive, you could just leave it there. Woo, Saya. But this is the attitude, and that there pushes people away. I want, this is some ways that we can help overcome objections. First of all, I want you to write down some of the common objections that you have and think about ways to help them overcome it, because honestly, it's a concern for them. Okay, if it's too expensive, what's in your budget? Because I may have something for you in your budget. So Ramona said, when they say it's too expensive, I send them where I know it costs more. So as I always say, what is your price range, or what did you plan to spend on this gift? Yes. Yes. You tell them things like that, and you or you ask a question too. So how important is this to you? You know, how important is this to you? What is your outcome for this? So for example, if somebody sees an airing that I have and they say, oh, miss, this is too expensive for me. I said, okay, I totally understand that it's a bit too expensive for you. Let me show what is your price range. Let me show what it is that we have in this price range. Something might could fit your budget a little bit better. And I take them in and they say, okay, now this what I like. This right here is my prices. $10, yeah, I could buy. And then when they go and then they see, they be like, they be picking it up. I like this, I like this. Miss, I need all 3 days. Okay, no problem. And you know, even though you just was telling me price is the issue, right? But because I might have shown you a different alternative, now in your range that you may see that you can get a little bit more for it, what you do, you still become a buyer. And in some cases, if that don't work, you know, all righty, but let me show you where you may be able to find something in your budget. And then, you know, I'll say something like, okay, well, let me know. And if they pass back and I see them and I'm like, hey, did you find it? Yes, thank you so much for recommending it. Blah, blah, blah. You know, and then you'll hear them say something to the tourists, and when they pass in, go over there and shop it up. She nice, she nice. Lord, bless her. I did encounter some things along the way. But Lady Maxine saying, funny, they will come back to you to purchase the item for real. They would. You know, Mona said, I asked, what is your budget? Or what did you have in mind? Yeah, for real. Or discuss the value of the product. Most definitely, Rashad. Some of my photos, I don't budge on price, but after I tell the story behind the image and the value of the caption, most often persons will buy, yeah, because they love buying from stories too as well. There's only work with persons with genuine interest of the product. That's correct too. That's correct. And many a time they will come back, and it's so true. Many a times that they would come back, but then sometimes they won't. And I want you to be okay with it. And then I also want you to be okay with asking persons why they objected, you know, so that, like, I remembered one of my teacher said again, so that you would learn from the lesson, so that you would learn from the lessons and keep the arsenal in your pocket. So the next time, if it do come back up, for the next time when it do comes back up, you know what they're saying. It's so true. And that is coming to that boils down, Darcia, to knowing your product. And like you say, educating them on the stones, the value of it. And stones for some persons are the value on it is high when they know, oh, this stone here brings peace. This stone is known to bring peace and healing and all, you know, good vibes and all these different things is be into, you know, people and stones. Girl, don't get between them and they stones. But nevertheless, to overcome objection, the key is to listen to what they're saying, acknowledge that I understand you, yes, and your concern is valid. Explore some different options, explore different things, and then respond. Because, you know, I like this dice here, because you're going to get maybe a yes and no and a maybe, but to think about how to overcome objections, because we're going to have them. So practice active listening, repeat back what you hear them say, validate your prospect's concern. Yes, sir, I totally understand. Ask follow-up questions, and is those questions, those Again, I love how my teacher said it. She says you have those skin questions, the surface questions, which is, oh, well, what age is a child? Things like that. Then you have then you have bone questions. And bone questions is, what is her favorite color? Or why are you buying this for her? Is it her birthday? Or, you just want to make her feel special or get some daddy points? And so just be yourself and ask those questions. And when he hit, because you done hit a nail, you're right, I want some daddy points. Okay, well, let's look at her favorite color. And so you'll know where to guide them to help them overcome these objections and find something and snag that sale. And so leverage social proof as well. And social proof could be a lot of things. Proof from your customers and the feedbacks. Remember, I told you about the bestsellers are also social proof. Do you ever go on every site and the first thing they ask you, how do you want to sort out? How do you want to sort by bestsellers? Because bestsellers tell people, hey, this product moving and everybody have one and I need to be in the know and I need to be in this. And then other proofs are when you talk about the success that your other customers may have had with it, especially like, say, for example, you're doing a waist trainer and somebody wondering if the latex or the cotton one is for them. And so you tell them, okay, well, I have about 5 or 6 customers. They're saying that they love the latex one because it makes them feel that it makes their back straight. And they're saying, well, with the cotton ones, they don't really feel that. But then with me, when I use it, I prefer my one with the latex because it straightens my back too. I feel the support in my back. So it's based on what you're kind of really looking for. You see what I'm saying? So you're giving them social proof as well as your own personal experience, as well as telling them about the product. Because remember, is it a good product fit for me? Good testimonials are social proofs. So think about, stories and other ways that you can give them proof that, hey, it's working. It's working. You know who's do good social proof? Those people who sell them weight loss products. Jesus. Listen, when Sheila come on and say she lost 10 pounds in 10 days, oh my God, boom, that's social proof. That's proof I won't buy it because I need to, she looked like me. I need this, hurry up. Because if she could lose this, I could do the same thing too. But not thinking in the back of their minds that everybody's body is different. But just because Sheila said she make this 10 pounds, I buying it. I buying it. So, and even things like, you can say things to the fact, hey, are you getting ready for your 20th school, what you call it when you go to school and then you come back, that your thing when you go to school and you see everybody and then you come back, yeah. So you want to look good, you want to look 10 pounds lighter, you want to look 10 years younger, all these things. Yeah, class reunion, yes, thank you. That's important because if she got, when you selling weight loss products, you want to ask them what their goals are. What you want is, what are you using this for? You want to feel better about yourself. You want to lose a few inches because, you just had a baby. When they come into the store, why are you looking for a cocktail dress today? Do you have an event on the weekend? So then you start talking, engaging people. We don't engage when we are selling. All we want sometimes do is just get the dollars. But engage and kind of build a rapport or a relationship. Try to build something. Let me tell you something. When persons come to my booth and we started to talk, I find something in common. Or I'll say, oh my God, I just love these earrings you have on. And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. I bought these at so-and-so when I was over and I'm in Canada. I said, so how often do you get to go to Canada? Oh, we go every year, me and my family. I said, really? And so you take the ball. People love to talk about themselves. People love talking about themselves. So I just all day listen to all kind of stories, some cases, because I want to get to the root. As I'm talking, I'm unfolding questions to make you kind of see why in some cases this is a good fit for you. I said, well, look, that will go perfect because if you're always buying things from when you travel, this will be a good fit for you. Take a look, I at the same time I holding up one mirror, saying what's your favorite colors. Listen, I just go deep. I go deep when it comes to retail. I go deep. That'd be the difference between a slow night and a good day. What? I love it. I love it. So you're gonna set a specific date and time to follow up, because most of the times, for true, sometimes person said, well, I get paid at the end of the month. Okay, well, would you like for me to connect with you around that time? And then and so following up, and anticipate sales objections, anticipate them, and write out different scenarios from what you have faced, and write out a solution, so that when you do come up with it, it's not gonna be it's not what word I'm looking for. It's not gonna be coerced, meaning every time they say that, you say this. You know exactly when to bring in that answer and how to bring it in there smoothly. You see, you know when to do it. So anticipate it. And I want you to remember that people buy from those they trust. People buy from those they trust. You ever say, but I ain't something inside me tell me don't buy from that person. That's okay. If people don't trust you, they ain't buying. If they don't feel a connection, they ain't buying. You forget about that. You can forget about that. You ever see somebody who's a contractor and they shady? You be like, that's fine. No, sir, that's okay. And you hear what other person's stories have to say, and most time, if 10 people come and tell you the same thing, but one person, oh child, run. Because in most cases, that's it for true. That's it for true. And I want to say, people buy what they want to buy too as well. You don't have to make the decision for them. They make it for themselves. Even though you're talking, even though you're engaging, you're talking about the product and whatever else is, this product is a good fit for them, blah, blah, blah. If they want that, they can buy it. They'll come back there for that if they have to. They'll lay away that if they have to. If they want something, they'll get it, especially if it's going to help solve their problems. I want y'all to keep this in mind. And I want you to remember too, the money is in the follow-up. Somebody sent me a proposal, and this person was in business. I have yet to hear back from that person after they give me that proposal. And the proposal was on my mind, but I just kept always I just was busy. People, when you send proposals, when you send contracts, whatever you do, follow up. When you send them a flyer or a poster or something like that, go back. That's why I say to you guys, go on business WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is so amazing, and Messenger notes are so amazing because it helps you to follow up. Sheila might have asked you for a blue dress. Now, when the blue dress come in, okay, let me put a little note here to connect with Sheila on the 28th about this blue dress. Hey, Sheila, what you saying? This is Chelsea from so-and-so. Just wanted to find out if you're still interested in the blue dress because we have it in. Click here as a picture. Is in the follow-up, people. Is in the follow-up. Be on top of it. Sometimes they might say, oh, no, not ready enough for me. Okay, no problem. Again, might be the brush off, but it's fine. I mean, it's a good fit. But if Sheila say, oh my God, thank you for reminding me because I need this dress for so-and-so. Follow up, everybody, follow up. So, yes, Lady Max. So I want to talk about closing the sale. Okay, in closing the sale, first of all, you know your product. You pitch the solution, not the product. You pitch the solution. This dress will be perfect for you and date night with hubby. You done spark something there. You right, I want to look good for my husband. Woo, girl, you just get me. I feel like I want to look good for my husband. This purple dress is gonna, what? This gonna wow them at the event. But be honest though, be honest for truly. If it look good on them, it look good. But if it ain't look good, don't do that. Handle the objection. Remember to handle the objection. Ask for the sale and arrange the next step. People, do not let your next step be complicated. Don't overcomplicate the sale, the getting the money process. Don't take them people to Timbuktu and back. No, sir. People get, listen here, you have to make that close that sale quick. If not, something comes in and snatch their attention and whoop, it gone. Trust me, it's like, that's why I quick, cash or credit. Would you like for me to get this for you? Oh, would you like for me to start packaging? My voice has changed quick. My voice has changed quick. And be scared to ask for the sale. Listen, would you like it? Do you like it? Sure, let me get it for you. Let me tell you something. That was the difference between me making $100 and me making almost $1,000 in a few hours. In a few hours. People always say, like, if when I go sell my products off, they're there and, for a shop or something, they're like, Chels, we can't sell it like you can. I say, no, do not put my personality to selling. Don't put it to the selling. You'll sell it the best that you can based on the information in terms of sales, in terms of the product information. Because even as a wholesaler, I would always give companies a sales manual about the product, about the brand, about the designer, and whatever else little things that they need to know. Returns and stuff like that. I created a sales manual so that when they do start to sell, here is it so that you know what you can say and put your personality inside of it to close that deal. So here are some closing suggestions. Okay, like I was talking before, I think I went ahead of myself. Would you like for me to package this piece for you? You want this? I asked in a nice way. I'm closing, I'm asking. I ain't gonna let you leave there without saying something. Can I further help you with anything? Let me know. Are we all set to go? And you put these in type in your way. You put these in your way. We would really like to do business with you guys. Why don't you give us a try? Using cash or credit. Let's talk money in that piece there. Let's talk the dollars. Let's talk the dollars. That's like, let me tell you something. That is for those persons. You have some people, you can't beat around the bush with them. They don't be in for the all that mamsy-pamsy, mumbo-jumbo. They like to get straight to the point. And most men like that. When you're dealing with men in sales, they like to get to the point. Don't sit down. No, women, so how's the baby? So what are you gonna do this weekend? So blah, blah. No, cash or credit. And when some of them, you sitting down there, they didn't see the presentation, they didn't say in their mind they want it. Okay, let's talk dollars. So if I get 11 units of this, how much is it? Let me pull out my calculators. That would be $2,100 and I can get it for you in 7 to 10 days. It also comes in so and so and boom and boom and boom and boom, because you get to the point. When you're dealing with sales, you have to look at who you're dealing with. Look at who you're dealing with. Some people, yeah, they like to close, take their time and before whilst they sign in. Others, they want to get to the point. They want to get to the point. And one way too, because sometimes people just need to go back and take a look at it. This seems like a good solution that will work for you, but I understand you need a bit more time. Listen here, those Americans, they love this. They love this. Listen, I had to deal with them on a few occasions a lot. Okay, Miss Chelsea, when can we arrange to talk about this? Can I call you on the 15th of October? That will give you enough time to take a look at it? Yes, John. Okay, no problem. So I'll give you a call on the 15th of October. John calling me back, like he said, 2 o'clock, 15th of October. Hello, Chelsea. How are you? This is John from so-and-so. We talked a few months, and I was just wanting to know if you're ready to go. You told me to give you a call back, so-and-so. Only us here in the Bahamas. We don't go that far. If he says that she says she ain't wanting, we just leave it as that. Not them. And so any questions about handling objections or closing the sale? What are your thoughts? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Let me hurry up some goals. So put it there and I'll follow up with you guys. And then I want to talk about learning the art of upsell, the art of upselling. So you have your main, watch this here. You have your main product. A cross sell is an additional product that you're going to add to your main product. An upsell is a more costly alternative that you're going to add to your main product. Upsell. This is an upsell. Anytime you go to a store, they upsell you at the fast food restaurants. Do you want fries with that? It is so true. Upsell is a sales strategy where the seller will provide opportunities to purchase related products or services, often for the sole purpose of making a larger sale. You will always want to try your best to make a larger sale. I always do that. I always do that. And let me tell you something. One of my sales assistants, she went into her own business, and I went to buy a product from her one day. So she asked me, she said, she said, I know that you got the oil. You want to try the shampoo? I say, girl, you is a mess. She said, Chelsea, I used to see you do it to the tourists them all the time. Listen. She said, I always saw you trying to add more to that sale. I said, yes. Yes, sir. If you can, try, do it. A popular example of upselling happens when a fast food customer orders a hamburger and they are asked by their cashier, do you want fries with that? In an attempt to get them to purchase more food. Yes, sir. Try upsell, people. If I know you just come in there to buy a shirt, Yes, Rashad, if I know you coming there to buy a shirt, I am going to try and buy and sell you a necklace with that shirt. Because and I'm going to look to see a necklace, a bracelet, something I'm going to try and sell you along with that to make it a complete sale. So instead of me getting $25 for that, let's see if I could push it and or in an honest way, if I can push it and add another, $10, $15 onto that sale to make it a bigger sale. So Rashad said, I love upselling example. We are going to have fun on your family session. Oh, by the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that you can get printed photos for each family member just for a few dollars more, the way you want. That way you don't have to worry about about others taking your print. You're right. Listen, and they want it, and they want it. I want y'all to learn to upsell and add more sales onto that. So for example, if you're doing books, like Apostle, he has a journal. Those two go hand in hand for a different price. And then you have cross-selling. You have cross-selling. Cross-sell is encouraging a customer who buys a product. Let's say ice cream, for example, to buy a related or complementary product. Cupcake or milkshake. Cross-selling is generally illegal if there is a tie in between the two products where the customer must buy one in order to buy the next one. Now, don't do it the illegal way. Don't do the illegal way. The illegal way is if I buy a tire from you and this tire come as a kit. That tire come as a kit with the nuts and the bolts and everything. You sell me the tire and I have to buy the nuts and the bolts them separate. You can't do that. You can't do that. Complementary. Complementary. So if the tire, now the rims, you can add the rims, and then you could add the G tints. You could cross sell, but don't be trying to tell me I gotta buy the nuts and the bolts too, when I know for real that come in the package. Negro, you know, we Bahamians, complete ma. Next. So I want y'all to take a look at these two, cross-selling and upselling. And in sales, don't be pushy. Don't be pushy. I can say it again, don't be pushy. Let me tell you something. People know. People know. People know if you're genuine. People know if you're sincere. You ever been on the flea market? Treat people the way that you want to be treated. That's it, right there. Just one golden rule. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I sell people the way I want to be sold to, because they are consumers too, just like me and you. I want you to listen to the people need. Don't be pushy. Give relevant information and give a desired outcome. And the desired outcome, I know you want to look pretty when you go on that date with your husband. That's the desired outcome. So I'm going to remind you about that. Oh, yes, good. I want to look good. But sometimes, I think in this Bahamian society and in America and other places too I've been, you got some people, like, I remember this one time, there was this gentleman, I see the man walk up and down, right? When I was downtown, I see the man walk up and down. I see him pass me 3 times with his family. And the way that I handle my customers when they come, you know, like I said, when they come, I just let them, you know, just do their do. You know, we talk and whatever else. I'm there. So the man, after he done see a couple people and gone, after I done served them and they gone and everything else, he stands up on the side of me at downtown. Downtown? Yeah. And he says, "You don't talk, eh?" I said, "What you mean I don't talk?" I thought that was a crazy question. I said, "Yes, so why would you say that?" He said, "Because in sales, you need to be talking. You need to be talking. You get to talk. But you're not talking." I said, I do talk to my customers and I do address them. He says, "Well, you're not going to get the sale if you don't talk." I say, "You mean I'm not going to get the sale if I don't be annoying?" That's what you're saying? Next. Everybody has their way of sales. Everybody have their way to doing sales. Everybody. There's no right and there's no wrong way. But it's up to the person. They know what they want to buy, they'll get it. And then you have those who have their objections. But when you see the different types of situation come or situation arise, you know how to deal with it. That's all. Be flexible to know how to deal with it. And the key to winning in sales is confidence and making small personal contacts. And when I mean, remember when I said, I'll say, "Oh my God, I love this earring that you have on." In some way, just make a connect, and so that you can draw them in to have a conversation, and then you make the offer and make the deal from there. Exactly. It can be annoying. I particularly don't like bombarding. It's true, Darcy. I don't like it. And it's just that I do it the way that I want other people to do it to me. And so I want you to think along that way too as well. What experience that you're going to give when these people come to you, when they come to your store. I want you to begin to pulling it together. I want you to begin to pulling your objections together. How am I going to answer these objections? You know what I'm saying? Do I know my products as much as I think I do? You know, knowing your customers, thinking back about your past customers or your present customers, you know, and pulling your scenarios together and knowing how to handle it moving forward. It don't have to be no 5-page something. A few objections, writing it down. You know, how am I going to close the sale based on my own personality? It's based upon your personality and how is it that you prefer to handle it. You know, this thing is not a cookie cutter. We can do the same thing. We can do the same thing. We can do the same thing. We can do no. This is not a cookie cutter strategy thing. This is based on what is it that you can handle. This is based on your target audience, your customers. You know them. This is based on that. So I want you to think about the art of, this is what we're going to talk about now, the art of selling and ways to improve your selling. Let's get through this because I know I don't over. So tips, I want you to just welcome your customers. And you might say, Chelsea, this is like so basic. It might be basic, but there's a lot of ways that we are not, in some way that we kind of slip in. And I say it for myself too as well. But it's just to bring us back to an awareness of the things that we need to pay kind of some more attention to making sure that even though all these wonderful things, we are still dealing with humans at the end of the day. We are still dealing with humans, even if they're behind that computer or if they are in front of us, we're dealing with humans. And putting together empathy and putting together our expertise or knowing our product. So welcome, and some of them are hard to deal with. And some of them you really have to kind of get a little tough with too in a professional way. You know, but like I say, take the situation on, best prepare for it the best as you can, and then take the situation on as it comes. So you're going to welcome your customers, start your conversation, because you know a lot of people, they don't like to talk. They scared. A lot of people scared to sell. They have businesses and they're scared to sell. We're like, Chelsea, that don't make no sense. Yes, it does to them. Some persons I have coached in the past, some persons I have consult, and you know, some of them are scared to sell. And I have one franchise, listen here, I know she on tonight. Man, listen, that girl ain't never scared, but she just bold. Ty just bold. And I love her boldness, but the way that she handles her customers, the way that she handles them, man, listen here, even with a bold personality like hers, I am so always drawn. I always watch her and learn from her. Always watch her and learn from her. And so start with a conversation, introduce them to your product, listen while they are speaking. Listen. We listen to give a response. We don't really listen to take it in and to calculate what they're saying, because then we want to respond back to them, but miss. So we got to listen while they are speaking and be authentic again, be you, speak their language, and then share your brand. Don't sell it to them right away, you know, just share about it, share it. And I want to say too, as you go on, listen here, listen, I want y'all to think about a free gift. I want you to think about something that you can give them complimentary, and I can give you all some examples. I want y'all always to have different methods of payment. Royal Bank have a swipe card reader, 112. In order to get it, $112, 4% on that. You pay 4% or whatever you're taking. Very handy, very easy to use. Try, see if it's a good fit for you guys. I love it. Have different payments of method. You get Sun Cash, you get Canoe, you get PayPal, you get Cash, you get Western Union, you get, what else you get? You get Wire. Think about your payment methods and what are you able to accommodate? Miss, I ain't get no cash. Oh, we take credit. Or I tell you from the beginning, cash or credit. I don't have PayPal. Oh, you want to do a bank transfer? Boy, miss, you got this down pocket? Yes, sir. Think about your different methods. Invest in them. I want you to capture, you know, persons in the US, they have different methods. They get PayPal, they get Stripe, they get, you send directly to their bank, they get TransferWise, they got couple different payment options. After pay, you don't even have to pay me right away. You pay me a down payment and Afterpay will come back and take different payment method. Yes, they got Apple, they got all kind. They got all kind. Google Pay, Apple Pay. Damn people ain't playing. They ain't playing. Only us here in the Bahamas, central bank feeling some kind, and their feelings don't want to open up things, but any which way, that's always a conversation for another day. I want you to upsell. I want you to upsell, cross-sell, ask for the sale, and I want you to give a future coupon for the next purchase. I want you to give a future coupon for the next purchase. And that is for you to help them become repeat customers. Let me tell you the story about, we're about to wrap it up right now. Let me tell you a story. Every time I go to events, I always give, I wanted a way to give out, I had like 500 business cards. I say, Jesus, you know, people don't like to take business cards like that. And I needed a way to try and get these business cards into these people's hands. People, I had beads everywhere. Some beads I don't use inside certain projects. If I buy it, I don't like it. Just a lot of beads. I have one bead box. I mean, anybody who's a beader, they got just miscellaneous beads everywhere. And this one summer, I had some summer students from the government program when I had my workshop. And I had 500 business cards. And I had some little, I missed and bought some little plastic baggies. And I'm like, oh my God, what I was thinking when I was buying that. But like God, nothing goes wasted. And I got this idea. I say, hold on. I want to give out these business cards. Let me try giving out these little earrings for free. So I had the summer school students and me make up some earrings. I tried 200. The first 200 I tried. Where I was going to that year, I think I was going to Summer Junkanoo Festival that year. That's where I implemented it first. And I put the little earrings in the plastic bags and I tried one. Boom, I stapled it on the back of the business card. And we made about 200. And I came to Summer Junkanoo Festival. Listen here, y'all. I gave out 200 little little earrings free. When you walk up to my booth, I was, hi, welcome to Autumn Crop. Thank you so much for passing by. Here's your complimentary gift. Oh my goodness. You know, I made almost $1,000 in a couple of hours. And from there, a couple of years ago till now, anywhere I go to any event, and let me tell you something. One woman said to me, she says, I still remember, she saw me at another event. She said, I still remember you giving out those little earrings at Summer Junkanoo Festival. I still wear mine, plus I have your business card. That ain't it. Because I gave them out, because the art and the psychology of giving is that if you give me something, I gotta give you something back. That's the psychology. That's a mind thing. If you give me something, I gotta find something to put back in your hand. It makes, now some people take it and they go, hey, that's just them, that's fine. I know that's gonna happen. But other people, they want, even if they just take a look around, oh my God, I love this. I love this. And before they leave, you know, too, I give them another business card size coupon. And the coupon has a code that they can use, and it has a valid date. It has a date on it that they could use it. You got 6 months to use it. After 6 months, it can. But then what I'm doing is helping to pull practical ways to make them repeat customers. A future code that they can use and store when they could use for other things. All of y'all getting the code when the class finish. All of you getting something, so that if you see a class that you want to take within the next 6 months, that you could say, hey, Chelsea, I wanna redeem my code with you for this class. Sure, because you did one with me before. I want you to think about what can you give persons. Let me tell you something. That there does work for every time. That there work for every time. It'd be so good. People be asking when I come back to the event, you coming back this year? You coming back next year? I got your space at events because of the interaction, the free gifts, the demonstration, me and what I bring to my booth when you come there, the experience that I give. We don't want customers just to leave us. We don't want potential customers to leave us. We want to make sure we give them something to become repeat customers. I want you to think about creating a loyalty program for your best clients. Sometimes you have those clients, I think Dairy Queen do it. Every time you go to Dairy Queen and you spend, I think is a blizzard. Y'all could see I love blizzards. I take out my card like because I want my free blizzard when I didn't get my 10. But it makes me keep coming back. Give out future coupons. I want you to think about try get customers information early. Get their information early to put on so that you can put them in an email blast or something like that. Ask for feedback. I want you to ask them for feedback, So how was the experience today? Okay, so because you told me about your experience, I'd like to put your name on, this list or whatever else so that you can get, early deals. You can be an early adapter and get it first, Create a VIP list and then add them to it. Oh my gosh, those ones who are good customers, do something, put them in someplace special. Create a VIP for them and add them to it so they get first dibs on to new arrivals, to special discounts, to perks, things like that. You want to do that for them, okay? I love what you said. Yes, free service or products always also demonstrates your value to the customer. Yep. Mm-hmm. It helps in the bottom line. And for those who are offer potential customers something once they meet you. So for example, I remembered my cousin, like I tell her, she has an adult store, and I said to her, and she sells lingerie. And I said to her, on your flyer, when you do your flyer, at the back of it, I want you to put something that shows the different women in the different types of lingeries for body types. I say find something. So for the pear shape ladies, this type of lingerie do good. For those ladies who have a lot of bust, this type of lingerie do good. I say, and put them on there at the back of your flyer, offer that to them. So, because when they think about it for real, I am a pear shape. Boom. You get something, you just gave them something to keep thinking about you. So Rochelle, you do food, give them a sample of something every day. Say for example, you make tamarind sauce and you want to put that little tamarind sauce in one of those little hot sauce little thing, little cap thing right here, or you offer them free lemonade with their meal. And you can make lemonade yourself, and I know you can make some nice lemonade. And that's what the store up above did for us at Greek Island. Every time we bought lunch from them, Bahamians bought lunch for them, they gave them a free small cup of lemonade. Thank you. So I want you to think about a checklist. You can give them complimentary gift, promotional items, like pens or something like that. For those who might do services, could you offer them a white paper? Something about the industry, free consultation. Give them a free link to your blog. Give them a link to your blog to get information about the industry. So I want you to think about some things like that along the way to help your customers. Okay, and that there ends my presentation. Lord, let me see what time I coming up on. And Okay, we're gonna end right now. So any questions about the sales, about sales? Any question about, you know, your customer and what kind of ideas? Let me know what kind of ideas or anything that you're thinking about implementing, things like that, you know, because I want you to walk away. I want you to walk away thinking on another level as it concerns your customers, as it concerns sales, things to bring in more sales for you. You know, something that you might have forgot you used to do before, but don't do it anymore. Oh, let me bring that back in. You know what I'm saying? I want you to think, never let anybody leave you without having something. So say for example, when somebody asks me about um, my on LinkedIn or on Facebook Messenger or something, they come in and they ask me questions, and you know, well, I do all the things that I know to do in terms of sales, and it don't equate to something, or they say, oh, you know, I'm gonna come back to you at the end of the month or when I get some money, something like that, they'll say. I said, no problem. Let me, in the meantime, here's a link to all of the free videos that I have that you can get, that you can kind of look at in the meantime, you know, to kind of help jumpstart you on your way. And they'd be like, oh my God, for real? Thank you. I'll take a look into that. I appreciate that. But it have me on their mind for this type of service. Or I'll say, join the email list. Here's the link. Or I'll say, you know, I'm signed up for this. I have this. Don't let nobody walk away without something from you to be remembered. Okay? So any questions? Let me see if anybody raised up their hands or anything. No questions? Thank you, Miss Max. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna give you a buzz in a few. We got work to do, mama. So, okay. Okay, so Olivia say, how do I deal with customers who are just looking to gain info to go and purchase the same product you are trying to sell them? Can I sell the product through a pitch without giving out too much information? Let me tell you something, you're gonna always have those type of people no matter what. They're gonna get information from you and then go to the next person and try and get it off of them too as well. It reminds me of a proverbs in the Bible where it says somebody will talk you down about the deal. They'll talk you down to the deal and then get it from you and then go and tell somebody sit and then go down, run down the road and say, oh, look what I just got for a good deal. You're going to always have persons like that because remember I told you they're going to compare price shop. They're going to price shop. But is you have to figure out the value that you offer so that then they will come to you. You sell them on the value. You sell them on the value. So it's not you, you know, sometimes it's just people trying to get over on other persons. And when you see it's like that, let them go. It's not a good fit because they're only going to do, and it feels like when people do that to you, it feels like you literally just got violated in some way. And that just speaks to their personality. So I don't want you to take that serious because along the way, you're going to always have persons like that. You're going to have it, they're not a good fit for you. It's a good, those good fits are those that buy from you, those that when you show them the value, help them to overcome the objection, is those persons that are going to continue to be repeat buyers and then continue to evangelize. When I mean evangelize, tell persons about your business and telling them what an amazing person you are. Most of the time I have had, let me tell you something, I have had working downtown within the past years, I have had people who would say, oh, somebody will go buy an earring or buy something, and they will go to the next person on the side of them, oh, we could find that cheaper somewhere. And I said, well, you can shop around because we do have a lot of shops. However, these are handmade and these are original designs. And, you know, we'll talk about it a few and then they'll go. And, you know, all them that come back, you know what they say? I came back because I got good customer service from you. You didn't sell me. You wasn't pushy or in my face. And I felt safe buying from you because you made me feel comfortable. And when they come, instead of them getting one something, they'll get, persons will pick up more than 1, 2, 3, 4 items from me to share with friends and family. You know? And so I don't want you to take that personal. That's just persons and their mentality. Okay? No problem. So let me know if that answers your question, Olivia, how you feel about that. If anybody else want to give Olivia any additional feedback on that question. No? Okay. No problem, no problem. So anyway, everybody, I'll let you guys go for the evening. Thank you so much for coming into class. We have Rashad again on Friday. So I'll see everybody then on Friday at 7 p.m. Alrighty? So take care, guys. Talk to you all later. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks, Christina. Thank you, guys. Take care.